The main motivation for redesigning the command line was just to make it simpler and easier to use. We found that we had a lot of different commands that were doing related things, so like make repo, rename repo, list repo, remove repo, all acting on the same object. So we decided to replace all of those different commands with just a single command repo and have subcommands to perform the different actions on that object.
Yes, having many different commands was probably a good idea 15 years ago, but now we are all used to subcommands, which is way more easier. We also added auto-completion support for Bash, and we are working on bringing it in to PowerShell as well for our Windows users.
We're keeping around all of the old commands for backwards compatibility, and that means that all of your old scripts will continue to run. The only difference is that these commands just won't appear in CM show commands or in the auto-completion. They're all there, they're just hidden.
So the key differences you should look for is the new commands we implemented. As my colleague said, the name of the command indicates on which object does that command operate on, and the subcommand indicates the verb. So for example, CM repo without any param by default will list your repositories, but CM repo list will do the same, of course. CM repo create to create a new one, CM repo rename to rename them, and delete to delete them. CM workspace, or WK for short, will allow you to administrate your workspaces. CM branch allows you to create, rename and delete branches, and of course you have commands to operate on trigger, logs and so on. The one command you should look out for is CM label, which overrides its previous behavior because the name was already taken. And we also changed the output of the status command to better resemble how the GUI behaves and sorts the results. And we are working on implementing the new CM undo command, which will group all of the 3 already existing commands to undo changes in a workspace.
For me, the most challenging aspect of the project was digging into the old command line codebase. It's the oldest that we have. We have much simpler code in other areas. We also have about 1,000 tests which cover all aspects of the command line. Of course, we had to keep those running. In some cases that was not a problem, but it threw up its own challenges as well. And of course, this was a very important change, so it involved a lot of discussions within the team, because we had to make sure that what we ended up with was better than what we had.